begin with campaign 2016. We are just 13 days until Election Day.
And with November 8th so close, it made Donald Trump's decision to choose business over campaigning even more questionable. So we're now joined by KCON9 political reporter Dave Bryan. And Dave, Trump will certainly be scrutinized for the move, but he probably did get a lot of free publicity today for that building.
You know, there may have been a method to his madness today.
Sure.
We're going to see in just a moment. Donald Trump found a way to weave his new hotel into the campaign dialogue and even sparked a long-distance debate over it with Hillary Clinton today. And tonight, he got back on the campaign trail with some new poll numbers showing this could be a very close race.
In 13 days, we are going to win North Carolina. And we are going to win back the White House, believe me.
Donald Trump rallied his supporters in North Carolina Wednesday night with the wind at his back after two new polls showed him running a couple of points ahead of Hillary Clinton in Florida and trailing nationally by only 3 points. At the rally, Trump continued to hammer home the news that big price increases are coming for Americans who get health coverage through the Affordable Care Act.
Obamacare will destroy the economy and health care of North Carolina if we don't stop it fast, and I mean like immediately. Repealing Obamacare and stopping Hillary Clinton's health care takeover is one of the most important reasons we must win on November 8th. We have to.
Trump detoured from the campaign trail to preside over the opening of a new Trump hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., less than a mile from the White House. A project he claimed that was run the way government should be, but isn't.
We were dramatically ahead of schedule on this project and under budget. This is what I want to do for our country. Just about everything our government touches is broken or they break it. It's always over budget, behind schedule, and simply nothing works.
Ain't no mountain high.
Campaigning in Florida, Hillary Clinton fired back at Trump that the new hotel is not all he's claiming it is.
While the hotel may be new, it's the same old story. He relied on undocumented workers to make his project cheaper. And most of the products in the rooms were made overseas, and he even sued to get his taxes lowered.
I have the E-Verify system. I didn't hire one illegal immigrant to build Trump International Hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue. And then I see her, and then I see crooked Hillary saying he used illegal immigrants. They will say anything, folks.
At the hotel opening event, Trump had great praise for former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, a Trump supporter, who had an epic showdown Tuesday night with Fox News host Megyn Kelly.
You want to go back through the tapes of your show recently? You are fascinated with sex, and you don't care about public policy.
Me?
Now, that's
Really?
what I get out of watching you tonight.
You know what, Mr. Speaker, I'm not fascinated by sex, but I am fascinated by the protection of women and understanding what we're getting in the Oval Office.
Congratulations, Newt, on last night. That was an amazing interview. We don't play games, Newt, right? We don't play games.
I think the media bias, the way words are used, the way things are set up, the fact that the three major networks spent 23 minutes attacking Trump and 57 seconds on Hillary's secret speeches. I mean, how can you look at that and not say it's bias?
In Tampa, Florida, her supporters gave Hillary Clinton a happy birthday greeting as she celebrated her 69th birthday on Wednesday. Now, CNN reports more than 7 million early and mail-in votes have already been cast nationwide, including 4.6 million in battleground states like Florida. And with more than 30 states conducting some form of early voting, each day now takes on added significance. The Real Clear Politics average of recent polls nationwide shows Clinton still holding a lead of over 5 points, down 1 point since the final debate. Now, in another development tonight that may help Donald Trump in Utah, where the polls are showing a close three-way race, Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz, the chair of the powerful House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, tweeted tonight that he won't defend or endorse Donald Trump, but will vote for him because he wrote, Hillary Rodham Clinton is that bad. Lena?
Dave, in these, we're closing down. I mean, it's going to be just days away from the election now. Which states do you think are going to make the difference in choosing who our next president is going to be, and then how are each candidate doing in those states?
There are about a half dozen states here that will probably make the call on this. The easy way to answer is to watch where the candidates are going this week. Florida has been ground zero, of course. Donald Trump spent 3 days campaigning there this week, and we mentioned one new poll today gave him a 2-point lead there. Most experts feel Florida is a must-win for Trump to have any chance of winning the White House. And today, there was Hillary Clinton in Tampa, Florida. Both Clinton and Trump also have North Carolina on their campaign itineraries this week. The polling lead in that state has gone back and forth, but nobody has had a commanding lead there. And like Florida, they have early voting. Clinton is also campaigning in Iowa, where Trump has had a lead. And next week, she goes to Pennsylvania and Ohio, where there is no early voting this week, but 2 other crucial states, Jeff.